do the door prize, the raffle, and the show and tell. And if you haven't gotten your raffle tickets, too bad. Too bad? Raffle, yeah. Raffle. Hurry up. Hurry up and get
You ever think about turning that into a nylon? What do you got? What is it?
For training?
Yeah, you just see the heat that turning up the nylon.
Write it down.
See, because I'm sitting on
You know what? Look at Milwaukee area tournaments. Theirs is really nice. I don't want to know. I'm not a guru, but I went in there and I was really impressed with it. They've done a nice job. I like easy access.
So the training workshop is going to be, there's one on Wednesday the 16th.
Yeah.
It's a different system that I've used, so I'm just kind of.
And also another one following Saturday, the 19th. At 10 o'clock.
Like you need me here for a year.
come up with dates in for during the week for training, for safety?
We announced 2 of them.
Okay. Good.
Not for you.
Take our seats, please.
If you take up in there. It'd be worth it to watch.
Can we take our seats, please? Yeah, didn't want to click in. There you go, sir. Yes.
I'll tell you,
Let's go! Streets, please!
Jennifer? Hey, Jennifer? Before you go, we need a favor from you, if you would. I've got 2 quick announcements I'd like to make. Rich is going to have some training seminars coming up here. For the guys who are around during the week, it'll be Wednesday the 16th at 10 a.m. down here. And for those that would want to do it on the weekend, it'll be Saturday the 19th at 10 a.m. So
So the 16th and the 19th?
16th and the 19th.
Rich, shoot me an email with those dates and I'll send it out to everybody.
Why be happy?
So, and if anything,
To serve, Ron.
Good man.
I would say reserve your spot.
I got one thing real quick. How many of you would be interested to go down on a Monday or a Tuesday to Urbanwood and get a tour? They're closed that day, and Jennifer has graciously said that they could spend all their time with us.
Oh, good. Yeah, that sounds.
Okay, I'll send out an email, we'll work out some dates and,
That'd be great.
Thank you.
no, I cut you out. I cut you out. Yeah, I got it.
Jennifer, I need 5 tickets out of you.
Okay.
Nobody else has.
We'll do one at a time.
Nobody else.
If you do win, please put your name on the ticket, give it to Jeff.
Are these red or white, Ron?
These are going to be the red ones.
Red, very good.
The first one is 290.
I'm 294.
I thought you were gonna throw his away.
3 months ago. Hey, did you win last month?
And I'm looking for it. Oh, it's a fixed
You laugh all the way till you find you have two.
Tell me I lost it.
Thank you,
Let's
sir.
see what they can try to get you.
And the next one, 297. 297.
You? No,
94 is like that.
I'm one number away from
I'll
you.
tell you what it was.
297.
Hey, 297.
Good morning, Jerry.
Thank you.
You're doing all right tonight. You got a gift card for the presentation.
I don't write it down.
321. 321. Oh, Mike? Yeah, where are you gonna spend that? Okay, we got two more. 315. Yeah. No, I'll give it to Jeff, please. Big guy. 315. Okay. Give that to Jeff. And the last one here is 295. Really?
Yeah, 294 I have. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
294.
Okay, now the raffle.
Six items.
6 items?
6 items, sir.
Not that one. The glue is coming off.
Okay, so there were 3 gift card winners? Right?
What?
3 people with the red tickets?
5.
Okay, I got 3.
Wow. You wanna give me a minute to write my name down?
Oh,
Did you see that one?
We're gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, Jerry's got the 5th one.
Okay.
Sorry.
First ticket is 680. 680.
I want my money back.
Oh, give me a break.
He's won the 25 3 months in a row.
There's something going on here. This is rigged.
You're a good guy, you get good things happening.
Then why is it happening to you?
674.
Did anybody see him put money?
674. Walter,
I got 673.
pick your gift first, Walter, and make sure you get what you want. I'm so glad I'm not picking this. 684. 684.
I have that one, give it to somebody else.
Jeez.
Oh, how gracious of you.
Hey, I am.
You got everything good.
Well, he took
I've never seen anybody so lucky. 707.
707. I got it.
Will you quit your whining now?
What's that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Last one?
Last one. 701. Oh, Jim got that. Good.
Just put your names on the ticket and give it to, yeah.
There's 2 more.
Oh, there's 2 more?
2 more.
2 more, hold on.
All right, we'll go again.
703. 703. Oh, Jimmy got it? One more, right?
One more.
You know, that's not bad, because Jim paid $1 for those too. He didn't get that, did he? Never mind.
No.
Never mind. 716. 716. Lyle.
Boy, that's a thing that hasn't run in a long time.
No, really. Tommy, are we done now?
That's it. Here.
Okay, Jerry, we're gonna go back to you.
All right, you just throw it.
Show and tell.
Oh, wait a minute, Jerry. Oh, yeah, show and tell.
Jerry, hold on. I'm sorry, I forgot show and tell. Thanks, Dick.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You want the microphone?
Okay, before you do that. He didn't have to, and he went out of the way. And she was so
My daughter raises monarch butterflies, and she released 62 this past summer. And this was a picture she took of it. And a friend of mine gave me a software called paint.net, and I could make a line drawing out of it. And that's what I did with this. The plants don't show up very good because they're all kind of muted. But the orange in here is orange, Osage orange. This is yellow heart. And one of these is purple heart, I don't know what the other one is. And the leaves were poplar.
Okay, face this way, please. Thank you.
Very nice.
So the way you can tell male and female is they got these little black dots here. That's a male. So that's what I put on here too.
Thank you, Dick.
The male is
Justin?
the one with a smile on his face.
So I like the idea of the gripper for passing your work through this table saw safely. I hate their price. I think it's ridiculous. So I made my own version out of plywood. I need to cut these threaded rods off a little bit shorter yet, but it's so simple to make. And I made it so it's sized. I only made one size because that's really all I need. It's sized to fit perfectly over my table saw fence and slide easily. And so if I'm ripping a really thin strip, I can just grab it with one side and push it through. And then this also works if I'm ripping like sheet goods or other wider stuff, because I can straddle the blade with the entire thing. The blade passes right through here.
Yeah.
So,
I like that thin wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a problem in my garage where I had good lighting in there, but if I rolled up the garage door, it would block some of the light and I'd have a very dark patch. This mostly affected when I was working on cars and I couldn't pull the car in far enough to close the door. But anyway, I found a solution for that. I'm hanging lights underneath the rails that support the door. So I took some of those strips that we had here for giveaway, the maple strips, and I cut a little dado in each and made this I-beam structure. Only these were about 9 or 10 feet long. And yeah, I had to joint some together because the pieces weren't that long. But I hang these underneath the rails, and then I hang my shop lights like that onto this. It works great. The doors can go up and down without causing any problems, and I have light either way.
Where do you hang it to the bottom of the rail?
So I did two of these. The one towards the back of the rails, I bolted to the vertical pieces that are supporting the rails. In the front, which is real near the curve, I hung them from chain. There's a piece of angle iron that comes out from the wall and supports it. It had holes perfed through it, so I just hung a piece of chain in a U shape and I screwed it onto either side of this.
Thank you, Justin. Wally.
I do weird things with the scroll saw. This is a piece of Corian, 1/2 inch, that I cut and I made a bowl out of. Okay, it cuts very easily, and the only problem is it makes a mess when you sand it because it's very granular and it gets into everything and you look like Frosty the Snowman when you get done doing it. But anyway, I chose scroll sawing because before I retired, I said I have to fill this 12-hour day with something. And before I worked for the Postal Service, I was an X-ray technician, and I worked in the emergency room and I worked in the surgery suites. And I saw a lot of industrial accidents. So I asked myself the question, what is the last tool that my 3 boys are going to come and take away from me? And the answer was the scroll saw. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it. I've done this. I have some other pieces as well. Just as an aside, the scroll saw was invented to stop people from using a fret saw, which looks like a coping saw, but it's a lot wider. The bandsaw was invented for the butcher shop so that they could cut the meat properly and very, very quickly, and it's been adapted to that. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with the scroll saw and with the bandsaw. They've just come out, well, it has been, Pegasus came out with a scroll bandsaw. Okay, it has an 1/8 inch blade and you can make a very tight cut with it. Unfortunately, you can't put any other kind of blade on it at all. But anyway, next time, yes.
When you made that, did you tilt the table at all, a couple degrees?
This was, let's see, a 1/2 inch at 1/4. Thickness, that would be about 26.6, 27 degrees. And I have a swing arm rather than a tilt table. A swing arm, just the whole top swings like this, and you're flat on the thing. I've got 3 scroll saws. I've got a Hagner, I've got a Hawk, and I've got the Pegasus. And I use the Pegasus for this. I use the Hagner when I cut things out of metal and copper, and the Hawk is a 26 inch, so I use it when I cut bigger items that I need a deeper throat for.
Of the 3 of those saws, which gives you the best detailing?
Pardon me?
Of the 3 of those saws, which gives you the finest detailing when you're trying to cut?
Well, I have cataracts, so I don't do a whole lot of fret work. I can't see things that well, so I generally blow things up 2 or 3 times. the thing, but the Hagner's got the most powerful motor, so I can cut the thickest wood with that, and I like using the Pegasus better for the detail work that I can do. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you.
What do you use?
Huh?
What glue did you use for that?
Oh, this is CA glue. You use CA glue on Corian because it's waterproof, and once it dries, it's not toxic. Most of the other times when I do use things like that gentleman made the butterfly, I use hide glue. And hide glue has a tendency not to set for over an hour. So if I need to reposition things, or I need to
close a kerf or a blade cut, then I can do that, whereas if I use anything else, it just sets up so fast, I might as well throw it away if I've got a gap in there. Yeah,
Yeah, the reason people that do first use hot glue, because it's easy to take apart if you have to take it apart.
well, yeah, you can take it apart with heat and water.
Yeah, where you can't do that for it glues.
Anything else?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, all. I see Jennifer left already, huh?
Yes.
I wanted to thank her for supporting us, but I also wanted to thank Jeff, because Jeff is the one that talked to her, originally touched base with them, and he's the reason that we've got them as a sponsorship. So Jeff, thank you very much. Now, Jerry, I mean, it's you, we're back to you now, I think.
All right, okay. So this was made in pieces, but I already put these two pieces together. In fact, the whole thing is in the assembler or disassembler. So I'm gonna screw this into the top. Line them up here.
Not going in, Jerry.
Does it not go in?
No. Not lined up at all.
There we go. Thanks, Gary.
My wife told me. Smart aleck. I know what's gonna happen.
So this one, it's going to have the screw adjustment for the tension. And there, this thing goes like this. It's upside down, let's see. On this one, I pre-assembled this. This has these clothing snaps, so I didn't have to spend time doing that for you guys. Let's see, that goes there. This goes like this.
There you go.
And that goes under there. There, we're close. Okay, yeah, let's see, that way, yeah. Okay. Let's go on this side.
You drill those holes, you drill through both pieces at the same time?
No, the drill's too short. They're only about that long.
But they have to be exactly symmetrical, right?
No, they don't. I mean,
They don't?
No. I mean, in this case, I did drill through the top and left a mark there. So I made this so that it's roughly the right length, so I can just slightly tighten this. It went through the screw, just to give a little tension. Let's see, that one's. These are already got the knot at this end.
We'll ask for cameras.
Wait, go to
What'd you do, Greg?
Greg, leave the cameras alone.
I want to give him a break so he wouldn't see him doing something.
Oh, okay.
He might need a break.
Well,
You tried licking the end.
Man, you.
let's try this one.
Get your dental flosser.
You got a needle threader.
Yeah, a needle threader, the dental
We
flosser.
need good eyes, good fingers, and 4 hands.
And we'll,
So does Pat come to you when she needs a needle threaded?
No. Can't get that through there now. Let's see, I have a reamer here.
The barn's still all closed.
What was handy for cutting a fish line is I got one of these things that fishermen use. So somebody mentioned that the wood can swell. Maybe it did. Because this used to go right through there.
They re-drill it.
I don't think it's too big.
There.
It is stamped on.
That would have been pretty quick though.
How many times you drilled into your hand?
All right. Oh.
Carter's getting a table.
Trouble, you can't see this stuff. So I'm gonna just tighten this one a little bit, just to get it started. Let's see, where is it? It's surprising that these are tight, because I actually had this together today and I took it apart.
know that Murphy guy, he's got a sense of humor.
I think he lives in my basement. Especially on this project.
And you didn't think you were gonna fill the time.
Yeah. Cool. It's not gonna work if I can't get it through this hole.
Do you have this much trouble holding the pieces at your, in your basement too?
No, I mean, actually, these are, you mean with these supports? No, I put those together so that it would, you know, it would hold up easy. There we go. You know, I'll make that so.
So there's just somebody, there's some kind of ghost that's trying to fight you here.
There's somebody.
Well, he took it outside and then brought it back down here, it probably did swell.
A little bit. It's cold enough out there.
Here.
Hold on.
Okay. One last one here. See, look, it's stuck in the bag. That one's okay.
Are those brass inserts or are those the plastic ones, Jerry?
Those are the brass,
Okay.
you know, maybe plastic would work, I don't know, this is 20-pound fish line. All right.
Wow. Nice. It's amazing the way that works.
So, but let's see now, I have to put it up here so I can adjust these, get at these screws. And then I came up with this system. So you can see it's a little low here. So I basically put these two together. Just to get a rough gauge here. And now I can start cranking on this one.
Oh, that made a difference.
And I gotta go on the other side.
So how much trouble did you have before you started using the adjusting screws?
Anyway, well, Well, I had a lot of trouble on the small ones. But that one had the adjustment screws too. So see, I'm a little high here yet. I can undo this a little bit, maybe I did too much. I'm getting my exercise.
You wouldn't want to have a one-sided bench.
No. Well, I can rotate this.
Yeah.
Have you thought about using a bubble level to do that?
Yes, or a level, yeah. It's pretty close now,
Okay.
yeah. And you can, so that's, kind of 16th there, and a 16th there.
So without the adjustment screws, you just pull on each line until,
So there's two ways you can do that. You can pull on each line, or on the smaller ones. You get these that are close, put in between the top and bottom,
yeah.
and then you can put little shims,
Sure.
to raise it or lower it to, you just want to get it close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can just do the lower.
Right.
But basically you're pulling it, and that's why you need somebody helping you. And if you have the slit, you're okay, because it'll stay there.
Right.
But if you don't have a slit, if you have a hole, or even two holes, you've got to hold it and decide where you want it, and then put a little glue.
Yeah, right.
Cyanoacrylate or something quick, and then
Yeah.
do the next one there.
Yeah, wow.
So on this one, I tried to, so somebody was asking if it has to be, on the edges or anything. So these are inside of the edges by quite a bit, and it's a little bit offset. And I tried to make these lines line up with with this wood, so at least the people in this area, maybe they can't see the lines,
Great.
There's great. Anyway, that's it.
Nice. Enjoy.
One question, Jerry.
Yeah.
Can you show us how to
Jerry, I have a question.
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Is this something you'd be interested in giving a workshop on?
Yeah, I mean, because I already have this, and people really, I think they'd enjoy the workshop if they, if they want to make small ones, it's pretty easy, except for the tensioning. But you can tension them with spacers.
I'm thinking if you wanted to make a big one, just to have your expertise here, somebody could assemble or, get all the pieces together and then assemble it here.
Sure, go ahead.
How many people would be interested in a workshop? Yeah, you wouldn't want more than 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 guys.
I mean,
That's something we should work with.
you'd want to come up with your own concept, because there's all kinds of different shapes you can have.
Well, we'll talk about that because that would be something really neat.
Gary, did you have a question?
I just want to know if they could show us that again.
Oh. Jerry, can you have like different tiers? Pulling one way, levels, yeah, different levels.
I don't know, you could, I suppose you just got to,
Have 6 more hands.
or do one and then do the other one,
Yeah.
Well, I thought you could make a round one, and so like a triangle has 3. But you'd have a round one with 6. And if you did it right, you wouldn't know which ones were this member and which ones were, this member.
Sure.
Wow, that's neat. That is really neat.
Any other questions? Did you have something you want to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening, and
Great job.
too bad the other one didn't go together well. It worked twice in my house.
It did have us in suspense though. Yeah.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, then we are adjourned.
Well, then you just go and snip on